Good evening.
Good evening.
And welcome to the Stations of the Cross. The stations mark the last few hours of Jesus' life on earth. We recall his willingness to love, his willingness to hold nothing back in his love for us. We acknowledge the people who helped him along his road. We acknowledge the sorrow and grief of those who loved him and those he loved. And we acknowledge how each of us, when we make choices that are against what God wants us, who God wants us and created us to be, we become like the soldiers who took Jesus to the cross. Remember that as Catholic Christians, we know what lies at the end of the road. We know that beyond the cross lies the resurrection. Each of us has, at times, a difficult road. Just as Jesus' road to the cross was filled with falls and sorrow and grief, our lives can be marked by struggle, betrayal, hurt, and grief. Take a moment before we begin tonight to consider who in your life is traveling a difficult road and offer this time of prayer for them. Perhaps you can be a Simon of Cyrene for them, or a Veronica. Perhaps you are traveling a difficult road right now in your life. In this time of prayer, we invite you to look to Jesus, to Simon, to the women of Jerusalem, to Veronica, to Mary, for guidance and inspiration. Most importantly, we invite you to look to God for comfort, for hope, and for help wherever you are on your road.
Savior, I come, quiet my soul. Remember redemption's hill, where your blood was spilled for my ransom. Everything I once held dear, I count it all as lost. Lead me to the cross where your love poured out. Bring me to my knees, Lord, I lay me down. Rid me of myself, I belong to you. Oh, lead me to the cross. cross where your love poured out. Bring me to my knees, Lord, I lay me down. Rid me of myself, I belong to you. Oh, lead me to the cross.
The first station, Jesus is condemned to death. After Jesus is betrayed by Judas, one of the apostles, he is brought before Caiaphas, the scribes, and the elders. Their false testimony was given in order to find a way to put Jesus to death, since they were not able to execute Jesus themselves. So they sent him to the Roman governor Pontius Pilate. Pilate spoke to Jesus at length, trying to find a reason to put him to death, but he could not find one. The crowd yelled, "Crucify him!" In order to appease the crowd without having to execute Jesus, Pilate had him flogged. Again, the crowd yelled, "Crucify him!" Pilate spoke to the people, "Would you have me execute your king?" The crowd responded, "We have no king but Caesar. Crucify him." Hearing this, Pilate called to his servant to bring him a bowl of water. Washing his hands, he said, "I find no guilt in this man. If you wish him crucified, let his blood be on you and your children." The crowd replied, "Let his blood be on us then." And Jesus was then led off to be crucified.
Life is often unfair. You are misjudged, ridiculed, scorned, ignored, blamed, betrayed, hurt. The pain of anger and frustration burns violently inside of you. Let go of these injuries, my loved one, and enter in my way of the cross. Tell me of your suffering. Then let my love free your memory. Be healed. Grow in my love beyond your pain.
The second station, Jesus takes up his cross. After spending the night being questioned, beaten, and crowned with thorns, Jesus is made to bear the humiliation of carrying his own instrument of death through the streets of Jerusalem. The guards bully him through the streets, not allowing him to rest. The wood digs into the wounds on his back, but his eyes hold only compassion for the people he sees around him.
What we have here within our hearts is so much stronger than the dark. What would we fear when the light is so much greater than the night? If If it's for me to die for love, then I will. If we just speak, will we be heard? Or is there silence to our words? If mercy moves, why would we wait until the time comes and it's too late? If it's for me to die for love, then I will.
I know your life is filled with crosses, sadness, confusion, illness, death, dissatisfaction, situations and feelings which seem to have no reason or purpose. Choose my way by accepting your crosses and continuing to love without condition. With this acceptance, you receive my healing love. Choose my way. Let my love help you grow to love yourself and your life as I do.
The third station, Jesus falls for the first time. The loss of blood and the beatings that Jesus had to endure are too much. Weakened and tired, he falls to his knees. The guards allow him no rest as he is roughly forced up and made to continue.
You fall, and no one seems to care. Everyone seems insensitive to how you are struggling. Some people even laugh or take pleasure in your trials and failures. Are you angry because they don't understand? Are you discouraged because your efforts seem pointless? Come to me. Follow me. I felt as you have fallen. And as I got up and continued on, so will you. My love will give you strength. My love will transform your discouragement. Let my love heal the negative efforts of all seeming failure within you.
The fourth station, Jesus meets his mother. On the way to his death, Jesus stops as his mother comes out of the crowd to see him. Seeing her son in pain and on his way to die makes her heart ache as if a sword had just pierced her. Jesus looks at his mother with compassion and care. Their eyes meet with tenderness and love before the guards force Jesus along the way.
I knew my mother felt every thorn which stabbed my head, every kick and blow to my aching body. It hurt me to see her suffer for me. At the same time, her immense empathetic love relieved some of my pain. Even when your loved ones do not understand or are saddened by the roads and choices of your life, can you see their love through that? Can you love them for loving you even when you disagree? Try. Whether others are suffering for you or you for theirs, let love continue to flow freely among you.
The fifth station, Simon helps Jesus carry his cross. Fearful that Jesus might die before he is crucified, the guards force a man from the crowd, Simon of Cyrene, to help Jesus carry the cross. Jesus looks at Simon with thanks, and Simon knows that he will never be the same again.
It's much easier to retreat to the world of happy scenes and pleasant thoughts than to face the injustice and needs of the world. Have you felt the desertion of friends and family in some time of your need? Have you closed your eyes to the opportunities to be of help to theirs? If you are to follow me, you must translate my love into action. Each act of service is a celebration of your union. Be there for one another, just as I am always present for you.
The sixth station, Veronica wipes the face of Jesus. As Jesus continues on his way, a woman from the crowd, Veronica by name, is moved with pity. She steps forward and wipes Jesus' face. As she brings back the towel, she is amazed to see Jesus' image upon it.
I know you're tired, I see it in your eyes. All that anxiety that rules your mind. I'll be your shield when you don't feel like you've got strength enough to fight. I'll stand by your side. I will carry you through your darkest night when you're terrified. I will carry you when the waters rise, when your hope runs dry. I will carry you. You are not the sum of your mistakes. You don't have to hide the parts of you that ache. I choose you as you are 1,000,000 times, 'cause I am not ashamed of you. I won't walk away from you. I will carry you through your darkest night when you're terrified. I will carry you when the waters rise, when your hope runs dry. I will carry you.
Surely there were many people in the crowd along my way who could have offered. Why didn't they? Fear? Apathy? Concern over what others might think? Too busy? Perhaps these same things have prevented others from helping you. Have you let these excuses prevent you from helping others? Remember Veronica. Remember that every act of compassion, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem to you, is a welcome gift of love to me. It is your sharing in the healing love that is my gift.
The seventh station, Veronica. We just did that. The seventh station, Jesus falls the second time. Almost beyond human endurance, Jesus falls a second time. The crowd who earlier cried, "Crucify him," is now silent. The guards roughly pull Jesus to his feet to continue.
The journey doesn't get any easier, does it? Life seems to become more complicated. The demands of loving and caring become more involved. Do not dwell on the remembered ease of childhood days gone by. Do not long for a life free of trials. I have endured your frustration and shared your pain. Let me strengthen your weakness. Let me help in your times of need. Exercise the power of your will and grow in new confidence. You are not alone. I am here with you.
The eighth station, Jesus speaks to the women. To the side of the path, Jesus sees a small group of women crying for him. He stops for a moment to say, "Weep not for me, but for yourselves and for your children." Then he is forced on by the guards.
Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Were you there when they crucified my Lord? tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Were you there when the sun refused to shine? Were you there when the sun refused to shine? Oh, sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when the sun refused to shine?
It is difficult to lose those you love. Your grief will be much more meaningful if you have fully loved in life those you lose to death. Love now. Take advantage of every chance to speak and demonstrate the love you feel for others. Savor the brief time you have with those you love. Then, when you return to the Father, you will be able to rejoice in their lasting peace. Your peace will be a testimony of your faith in me and the consolation of my love for you.
The ninth station, Jesus falls the third time. Jesus' endurance is at its limit. He falls again. He tries to rise, but the weight of the cross and his exhaustion are too much. The guards have to pull Jesus and the cross off the road before Jesus is again forced towards Golgotha, the place of the skulls.
I know that there are times when you despair of ever reaching your goal, being able to rest, finding peace. Doubts creep into your mind. Weariness takes over. You feel empty, void of any final reserve of strength. Turn to me. Let my love fill that void. Let my strength lift you up. Gently push aside the doubts and despair and begin again in my love. I am with you. I do love you always. Give me your hand and your heart. We will journey to a new way of living together.
The 10th station, Jesus is stripped of his garments. Not only does Jesus have to bear the humiliation of being branded a criminal, but he is now stripped of his clothes before the crowd. The wounds of the scourging are again torn open as his garments are ripped from him and thrown in a pile near the cross.
Why are you striving these days? Why are you trying to earn grace? Why are you crying? Let me lift up your face. Just don't turn away. Look at these hands at my side. They swallowed the grave on that night when I drank the world's sin so I could carry you in and give you life. I wanna give you life. I'll be by your side wherever you fall in the dead of night. Whenever you call, please don't fight these hands that are holding you. My hands are holding you.
In your youth, I see you humiliated by the teasing and cruelty of childhood name-calling and games. As you mature, the humiliation continues with gossip and prejudice. In old age, your years of caring and service seem forgotten. The humiliation of lost usefulness, independence, and health weigh heavily upon you. Let me have the effects of your humiliation. Allow my love to heal your wounds and replace your bitterness with forgiveness. Be free of the memory of humiliation and fix your sight on the glory I have promised you.
The 11th station, Jesus is nailed to the cross. Jesus is roughly shoved onto the hard wood of the cross. Jesus stretches out his own hands to his executioners. Jesus looks at them with forgiveness. The guards cannot look into his eyes as they drive the nails into his hands and feet. Despite the agony of the nails being pounded into his flesh, Jesus does not make a sound. In the crowd, the Apostle John comforts the sorrowing Mary.
To be crucified with me. You too are called to be wounded with nails. Let go and surrender to the many small deaths before your body dies. I know the temptation to strike out in anger, to protest, to resist. Allow yourself to be nailed to your cross, and I will free you from fear. Each little death you endure unites you to me and brings you closer to the eternal joy of the resurrection.
The 12th station, Jesus dies on the cross. As Jesus' life slowly ebbed out, John and Mary, Jesus' mother, were nearby. Jesus looked at his mother, who was grief-stricken, and said, glancing at John, "Mother, behold your son." Then he said to John, "Behold your mother." From then on, John treated Mary as his own mother. A darkness descended on the land from noon until around 3 o'clock. At about 3 o'clock, Jesus cried out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Then he said, "It is finished." He bowed his head and died.
Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom.
My mother and a few friends watched me die. They realized that I had to return to the Father. They had to let me go. You too know the sadness of letting those you love return to the Father. Give me those who have died. Let them come to me. I love even more than you do. Be free of worry and sadness for them. Be healed in my joyful love.
The 13th station. Jesus is taken from the cross. Since it was close to the Sabbath, the Jewish leaders asked that Pilate would have the bodies removed from the crosses. The guards, to ensure that Jesus was dead, pierced his side with a spear, before allowing his followers to remove Jesus' body. As they gently removed the body, they carried the still form of Jesus to his mother. She gently rocked the form of her dead son, as she had rocked him when he was small. She softly kisses his cheek before she allows the other disciples to remove him for burial.
Above all powers, above all kings, above all nature and all created things, above all wisdom and all the ways of man, you were here before the world began. Above all kingdoms, above all thrones, above all wonders the world has ever known, above all wealth and treasures of the earth, there's no way to measure what you're worth. Crucified, laid behind a stone, You live to die, rejected and alone, like a rose trampled on the ground. You took the fall and thought of me above all.
Learn from the loneliness and painful separation endured by my mother and friends. They believed I was gone forever, and everything seemed lost. They were alone and frightened, unsure of what to do, where to go, what would happen next. Yet I did not abandon them, and I will never abandon you. At those times when you are confused, lonely, or frightened, be open to my presence. Recognize me. Talk with me. I am with you today and always.
The 14th station. Jesus is laid in the tomb. A wealthy man, Joseph of Arimathea, donated a new tomb in which to lay the body of Jesus. Jesus is wrapped in a shroud with a small amount of spices before he is carried by the guards to his tomb. Mary and the other women are sorrowful, forgetting for the moment that Jesus had promised that in 3 days he would rise again.
Trust in me, my loved one. Trust that I will give you all you need to complete your mission in life. I am accompanying you on your journey and will lead you to new life. Practice being present to the holy in your life now. There I am. Do not waste any of the brief moments of your life on earth. Whatever your calling, whatever good you can do, do it. Trust me. Take my hand and let us journey together